What a hell of a ride 2024 has been. Whether or not you're a fan, there's no escaping reality. Luckily, we at GDN are here to highlight the craziest moments this year had to offer. I'm Brian Phillips, and you're watching the Goddamn News 2024 recap. Let's get right into it. Starting off, after nearly 40 years since its initial release, the first human being successfully beat the game Tetris, something that was thought to be impossible. This was achieved by a 13-year-old back in January, and in response, some Karen had a couple pardoning words to say on a lesser-known news network.
Willis Gibson has technically proven that wrong. He beat the original Nintendo version of the game by reaching such a high level that the coding froze. That left the program unable to generate any more falling blocks. As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal.
We at GDN want to take a moment and acknowledge Wilson Gibson for his achievement this year and hope he's living his best life doing what he loves. Burger King held a $1 Million Whopper contest this year where fans of the restaurant got to partake in building their own custom Whopper for a chance to have it featured on their menu and, of course, win $1 million. The winners were revealed back in September, and as of November, you can now order one of 3 slightly better than standard burgers. These include fried pickle ranch, Mexican street corn, and maple bourbon barbecue. Okay, that last one, I feel like there were at least hundreds of thousands of submissions with that exact same recipe, and it shows considering it's the only burger that seems to always be sold out, at least when I try to order it. A streamer obliterated his relationship with his girlfriend back in March live on stream after he found out she made a YouTube video back in high school, before they were dating, or even met.
Hey guys, it's Riley. Oh my god.
Riley never told me about this, bro. She never told me about this. This is news to me right now.
It's Riley.
I'm doing a little talk show.
Damn, she hiding stuff from me. Bro, she never told me about this. I'm surprised. I'm like, what the fuck? I never heard about it. I thought she would tell me something like this.
But why though? Why does this matter? Of all the dumb reasons to end a relationship, this is probably in the top 5. I understand not everyone wants to have their whole life displayed online, but she posted this herself. And you're a streamer, for God's sake. And it was mostly for shits and giggles with some friends that never even took off. I know in the grand scheme of life, this is a pretty insignificant story to cover, but I wanted to mention it because it could be used as a learning lesson. Just don't do anything this guy does, or any streamer on Kick for that matter. In April, a beloved YouTube group made an announcement that nearly killed their entire audience. Watcher announced that they will no longer be uploading full seasons on their channel and instead will only post premieres, and the rest of the season will be hidden behind a paywall on their own subscription-based website.
You know, all this to say, you'll still occasionally see us on YouTube. We're gonna post trailers for our shows there. We're gonna have the season premieres of all of our series on there. But if you wanna watch the full seasons of all of our content, the streamer will be the exclusive home for all of that starting May 31st.
You can become a member of Watcher for $5.99 a month or $59.99 a year.
We want to keep the price low enough where anybody and everybody is able to afford it.
I'm just gonna hit you with the cold water, sports fans. $6 is not nothing, especially in this day and age where everything is becoming a subscription. Saying it's only $6 is like a teacher saying it's only an hour of homework, but you've got 5 others saying the exact same thing. Unsurprisingly, this flopped harder than any Magikarp. As a result, they backpedaled and immediately started implementing damage control to salvage the situation. They apologized, acknowledged their mistake, and announced they will not be hiding episodes of their series behind a paywall, and instead subscribers will get early access before the full season is released on YouTube. While this decision did prevent any further damage from happening to Watcher, the reception was lukewarm at best, and their initial decision left many of their viewers wondering if this was simply out of greed. I like to think yes. One of the greatest trilogies ever happened this year when a man went into court over Zoom about a suspended license. However, he had joined the court meeting while driving with a suspended license.
Okay. So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended,
That is correct, Your Honor.
and he was just driving, and he didn't have a license.
Obviously, this was a pretty dumb thing from a person committing an active felony to do, but what's even more shocking is that this was only part 1. It turns out his license was reinstated, but there was a mix-up with the paperwork and was never properly filed in his state of residence. At least that's what we thought until part 3 rolled around, where it turns out the suspect, Corey Harris, never had a license to begin with. So he committed a felony before his initial suspension and continued to do so by lying on a federal form about having a valid driver's license. There's more to unpack here than a 2-week vacation, but goddammit, I'll be damned if this doesn't give me a good hearty belly laugh every time I think about it. We'll be right back with some more news stories, but first, let's take a look at our City of the Day. Modesto, California. Beloved YouTuber Mr. Beast fell into some hot water after a series of allegations were brought to light by a former employee. It all started after the infamous Ava Chris Tyson situation back in July, and since then, a YouTuber named Dogpack404 has spent the last few months calling out Mr. Beast on a series of scandals that have been going on behind the scenes. He's made 2 videos now going into great detail, but to summarize, the allegations include rigging challenges, faking videos, awful filming conditions, and allegedly hiring a convicted sex offender, as well as covering up the Ava Chris Tyson accusations. As of right now, everything we've mentioned is still alleged, but goes without saying it's tarnished what was once one of the best reputations online, and in response to the controversy, Mr. Beast has promptly announced he will be suing Dogpack for the, quote, fraudulent and defamatory claims. The state of the lawsuit is currently unknown. Olympic breakdancer Ray Gunn reportedly scammed the Olympics for, quote, a free vacation. After the viral video of her Olympic performance spread across the World Wide Web, it was revealed she lied on her resume about her ability to, quote, break it down, and her general dancing abilities overall. As a result, it's been confirmed breakdancing won't be returning to the Olympics in 2028, and as I've stated before, I'm kinda surprised it was included this year. But hey, at least we got some fire memes out of it. 6 months after the infamous Willy Wonka experience, another scandalous event was held in Detroit, Michigan, this time in the form of a Bridgerton ball.
They're now out hundreds of dollars and have no regal experience to show for it.
Standing in the rain, dressed to the nines.
Honestly, I just want my money back.
Superfans say they didn't get what they thought they were paying for at the Detroit Bridgerton Ball.
They paid $300 only to get stuck outside in the rain wearing their most expensive outfits. And when they got inside, well, it wasn't exactly stunning to say the least. Here's the decor, breathtaking. Dare I say, my heart would have stopped if I dumped $300 and this is what I got. There were also accusations of food poisoning that occurred, as well as a lack of general entertainment. The music was a single violin player, probably playing the saddest song you've ever heard, and event organizers also hired a stripper for some reason. One stripper for the Bridgerton ball. This is going to come as a shock to everyone watching, but I'm not the most knowledgeable person on Bridgerton. But this seems a little out of place. Unsurprisingly, people demanded a refund after being blatantly scammed, and in response, event organizers have done absolutely nothing and instead gone AWOL. So something tells me attendees won't be getting their money back anytime soon. Chick-fil-A announced they'll be launching their own streaming platform, and just by that statement should immediately tell you my thoughts behind it. Yeah, screw it, I'll just tell you anyway. What a stupid f***ing idea! And our final story, Disney announced that its CEO, Bob Iger, would be stepping down again and are looking for a new candidate for the position. And one of the people that they are considering is Andrew Wilson, the EA CEO. They want the CEO of EA to take over for Disney. What on God's green earth would make them think this is a good idea? Outside the fact that Disney and EA are two completely separate forms of entertainment, why would they have their eyes set on Andrew of all CEOs? You really could not make a worse decision for this position other than hiring John Ricciello. The bastard probably would have charged viewers to continue watching the next scene. Obviously, nobody likes Andrew Wilson, except for the shareholders at EA. Not the people who actually buy or use the products, but the people who invest in the company. Those are the only people who think Andrew Wilson is qualified to be a CEO. But anyone who's actually picked up and played an EA title knows nothing has changed in terms of quality since he took over the company. And you know what Disney really needs right now? Is a good reputation with anyone who's not a shareholder. This is just a baffling decision for Disney to even be ideating on. People like Kathleen Kennedy and Michael Einstein have driven that company into the dirt in just the last 5 or so years. There's been no increase in revenue, and as a result, they compensate for their failure by laying off hundreds of thousands of employees. People haven't enjoyed what Disney has put out with them in charge, and most of them are tired of the same shit. And this is nothing but a crazy business decision to be considering come the new year. Well, that about wraps up the best stories 2024 had to offer. From GDN, we're sending our best wishes to all our viewers and hope 2025 brings y'all the time of your life. There's still a few more days before the new year by the time of this upload, so hopefully y'all are making the most out of it and keeping your noses clean in the process. To the end of 2024 and to making it halfway through the decade, thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like and comment down below to show your support for the channel. I'm Brian Phillips, and this has been The Goddamn News.